Okay. Here we go. Today we are live streaming on Amazon Live as part of this video series. Just waiting for Amazon to accept my live stream. Won't be long now, just arranging this. And once it's approved, we can go live. Okay, excellent. We are live on Amazon right now, so I'm just going to highlight an item in the carousel for us to look at first time around. Let's just make sure we are good to go today. Amazon Live, and we are live. There we go. Okay, so we'll give that a few minutes to warm up and we can look at today's highlighted products. Okay, there we go. So we are good right now. Yes. Let's check that out there. Beautiful. Okay. So let's just do our little intro for you today. Okay, so what do you need to live stream for video conferencing, Zoom sessions, any type of live streaming? Today we're looking at all the gear that you will need. I've got a few things up today that I'll share with you. Again, we are live on Amazon, so we will be showing you and highlighting things along the way. If you're following us on any other site, you can check the description and there's a link to the shop which will give you a playlist of everything I'm talking about today. So again, what do you need to live stream? So a number of things we can look at today. We'll start with something on a budget. You'll need a desktop computer most of the time. You can do it with a laptop. However, a desktop is more advisable. I've got a cheap budget option here. Yesterday's stream was dedicated to mainly desktop computers. So if you haven't seen that one already, you can check in the live stream and you can see that, which will give you a look at all the computers we looked at yesterday. So that will get you up to speed on the desktop machines. So right now, as mentioned, Asus high performance desktop, Intel quad core i5 we've got here. So it's not the latest and greatest. Let me share my screen so I can show you that system that we're looking at right now. And as you can see, that is a desktop PC computer. You've got room in the computer itself to expand on additional upgrades. So if you decide that your stream's not doing excellent or you want something with a bit more power, that is something that can be updated. So this is an older machine. It's not a really great machine, but it will get the job done. So when we talk about live streaming, we're looking at different options to get you live streaming at a budget and also getting the best from your system. So let's have a quick look and make sure we are good and beautiful. That seems fine. We can show you my screen right about now. There. So when I look at the specs, this is a 2.7 gigahertz Core i5 machine. That'll be plenty enough to get you streaming at 1080p. You've got 8 gigabytes of RAM, so you'll be able to do a live stream and a few windows open for browsing. That'll be fine. It's 1 terabyte hard drive, 7200 RPM, which is a slightly faster speed. We're used to seeing some computers come with 5400. All that means is it's slower at reading your data, basically. It's got integrated graphics, and it's a tower. It's got DDR RAM, so you can have 4 processors as it's an i5 machine, and that is a starting point for you. Yes, so you can see based on graphics cards, you can add in up to 4 gigabyte NVIDIA graphics card, which is very similar to the one I actually use in my setup. So you can add a 1050 Ti graphics card in the slot available in this machine, which will actually speed up your system. So even though it's only an i5, by adding in a graphics card at 4 GB, that will help with your live streaming video encoding and make it a lot more speedy and, well, smoother, I would say, for encoding video. So as you know, we're live streaming on Amazon today, answering your questions. So if you have any questions along the way, or you're currently shopping and looking to set up your live stream, let me know and I can look through the best options and specs for you to get you set up and having the right gear basically. So next up, we're going to look at another machine just to give you an idea of the price difference between the specs. So featuring right now, I have updated the carousel for you, and we can see another Asus machine, which is an i7. So if you're more keen on gaming and live streaming, this machine looks a lot more pleasing to the eye. The mouse and keyboard is very similar to mine, however mine is wireless, which you can see like that. There, let me bring in the full screen. So that's my keyboard, which is very similar to the Asus keyboard that comes with that kit. So that's an option for you, obviously there. And again, live stream, you can have multiple views. You can show different parts of your elements. I'm also going to speak about monitors and what monitors you can get as part of your live stream. But today we're kind of looking at the overall holistic view at the full setup. So again, it's an Intel Core system, and that system will be 10th gen, 16 GB of RAM. So you've got plenty of RAM there to do nice additional multitasking. And you've got your CD drive as you would expect, and you've got hidden ports on the front as well for easy access to audio jacks, things like that. You've got some slots in the back for additional graphics cards should you choose to upgrade, and you've got a HDMI in the back there. I would say getting a graphics card would improve that a lot for you. You also have additional options on that, which obviously it's a bank holiday weekend, so there've been sales going on. So people have purchased a lot of these machines because they were at a good deal, and they will be selling quite quickly. So make sure you pick up yours today if you're currently shopping for a desktop computer. The i5 is quite a good system as well, because looking at the previous one we looked at, it's got 16 GB in this one. So already you're going to have an upgraded memory there, allocation for multitasking and having loads of programs running basically. You can see the view there of the system itself, and you can see in comparison the size of the machine, so it's not too massive as in tall. Mine is actually taller than that, but I have got additional slots to add multiple graphics cards, and my system is slightly different. So let's look at that. 4.3 GHz and 16 GB of RAM. We've got a SSD hard drive, which means you'll have a lot more faster boot times and reading and writing speeds writing to that drive. You've got your graphics in there. I would look at getting a graphics card, to be honest. And let's have a quick look at what customers are thinking about this. I normally like to keep an eye on the reviews just to give an idea of if there's any common issues or things that people didn't like. So that was a secondary machine. Again, this would be a nice starting point for live streaming, because you will be able to live stream with multiple cameras, which will be very handy for you. And those multiple cameras will help you because you can actually have views and different setups. If you're doing something around the studio, you can show and update, and whatever you're doing, you can actually look at showing examples, showing details around your studio, or depending on what it is that you'll be showing. So for example, there I've got the top down shot there where my keyboard is a bit wonky. So again, these are all multiple views to help you show what you want to show in your live streams. And a good core to all of this is a good desktop machine that can keep up with that. You don't have to have the latest and greatest system. This is a 10th gen machine, but the one we looked at just before this was a budget option, and that will get you kind of up and running, as it were, if you were to upgrade the graphics card. Graphics cards are quite expensive at the moment, so keep your eyes on that. And again, with this item today, we're looking at it is going fast. There's only 2 left in stock right now, so it seems like people are enjoying the purchases today at that great price. So I think by the time there's a slight delay and lag on the live stream, so by the time I've looked at the next item, those PCs will have been sold. So excellent. We're going to look towards monitors now. So let me get a quick monitor up for you and show you some options for monitors. So the main thing you want to look at doing is getting yourself a desktop computer, having multiple monitors like I do right here. You can see I've got my live stream on that screen there. I've got my OBS there, and then I'm looking at the product here, which I'm sharing with you. And then I've got my carousel here, which is updating the tasks, well, the purchases that you can purchase today. So again, looking at these, we can say an Asus gaming geared monitor. Let's have a look at some of these. Is this slightly curved? Yes, this is a curved monitor, so you'll have a nice encompassing view when you're using that. It's 23.6 inch, and the price on this is actually quite a good price at the moment. They are in stock at the moment, so you can get them as soon as the 15th of April if you were to purchase that today. There's a few options here with a different IPS displays and obviously adjustable monitors, so there's different ranges in that, and the hertz, so 165 hertz, 144 hertz, and again these will determine how quick the refresh rate is on these monitors. If you're gaming, you'd want a higher hertz, so you've got a nice smooth gaming experience. The curved monitor is a new trend at the moment, so a lot of people are doing like the Dells, they do the big curved one. I tend to like individual monitors because then I can position my camera in the middle and have two monitors either side, which you probably can't see. Let me turn one of my cameras off, and you can see probably right about over there is my camera. Just there's my camera, which is kind of there. So that gives you an idea of spacing and how things are set out. Again, live streaming is something that you'll need to finesse as you were setting up your systems. Let's have a quick look at the manufacturer's video. So conventional monitor, yeah, glare, yeah, okay. And then, yeah, okay, standard cheesy kind of advert. Gaming, flicker, yeah, because this monitor is not positioned correctly, it's pointing upwards. Fixed design, no. Okay, on my monitors, I can actually spin them around as well. I've got the EZO monitors 24 color edge one, which is in the timeline if you're interested in that. Anti-glare screen. Okay, yeah. So that's the manufacturer's video there, and that is an item today that has been priced competitively for your gaming and live streaming needs. So it's basically video that is a concentration of this one. And Asus, has it got any ports on there? Because normally it's nice to have additional ports on the monitor. I've got USBs on mine, so I can actually power devices from the monitors. Let's have a look at some customer photos. Fortnite. Or was that PUBG? Okay, interesting. So adjustable and easy to use. So that is a second item that you would need to consider buying. We've looked at a desktop computer. We've looked at a monitor. What would be the next sensible thing to do? I've given you a few more monitor options there, because monitors is something that will be specific to your needs. You might get one, you might get two, you might get three. I used to have three, and that was really easy. Apart from that, you'd want a good mic. So let me show and highlight a mic for you. I'm going in order of what I would normally look at, and easy setup as well. So let's highlight the next item in the carousel. So if you're following along on the Amazon Live Store, you will see the next item we have got for you is an Audio Technica microphone. Now, I've purposely looked at USB microphones. Again, if you're shopping live today and you're struggling with the purchase, or you're thinking about buying, do let me know. Thank you, iMaster this. Nice to have you on. I am currently live streaming to multiple locations, so I am on the Amazon Live show today looking at purchases, and I am giving additional channels such as Hyping Tech a bonus view of what we are doing today. Anyway, going back to our store, we will be looking at additional microphones as well, but the first one we've got there is a USB cardioid condenser USB microphone. Why would you want a cardioid condenser mic? Well, it kind of goes down to how well you want your audio to sound. I have a mic here. Main concentration of the mic is to my voice. Anything behind, if we show you that, anything behind will not be picked up, because there's two computers here which are currently booting up with loads of fans, and those sound very loud. Hopefully you can't hear it in this microphone because of the type of mic it is. So it's important to get the right mic for your environment and your video that you're going to be shooting. So looking at this Audio Technica, it is a good option, and the best thing about it is you don't need something like, let me show you, that just there. You can probably see on that on the wider view. So looking at that, you won't need a mixing board. The mixing board can be a bit of an issue if you don't know how to set it up, and it's going to take up table space. You can see it's in the corner there. I've got my mic plugged in. I can plug in additional mics, which you can probably see here. There's another mic there that I normally use for podcasting, secondary mic. So all these make up your setup for live streaming. We've looked at, if you're joining us today on Amazon Live, thank you. We're looking at getting you the best gear to live stream. We've looked at a cheap desktop computer. We've looked at a monitor. We're currently looking at a microphone, because I think microphone and audio will be more important. And then we're going to be looking at a couple of cameras and letting you know what you can use to get a live view. So this mic is a built-in headphone jack as well. What that allows you to do is you can monitor at the same time. There is a similar microphone to this, the Samsung Q2U, which is a USB mic, and it is slightly cheaper than this mic. However, they're very similar in terms of audio. So if you're thinking about it, get the cheaper one. They have sold out today because they've had a good deal on them. So that's why I'm bringing you the second option, which is a slightly different price. Again, this will let you plug in to your computer via USB and just live stream. So you don't have to worry about anything, setting up the audio levels or anything like that, like I have to do on my mixing board just there. So that's something to keep in mind. Again, using this microphone will give you good audio and vocals, so you can actually share what you need to share very easily. It is powered via the USB, and you don't have to worry about any additional power or phantom power, anything like that. So that's one microphone. Let me bring you another one. Again, I'm using my phone as the carousel controller. I use the iPoop right now here, and this allows me to easily switch between the carousel item. And now you can see in the Amazon shop the next product we're featuring today for you, which is the Elgato Wave. Now this is another microphone that has been doing quite well online. A lot of people have been giving it good reviews. For the price, it's a bit of a hoo-ha. So available from the sellers, let's have a look. Wave 3 is a current model USB mic. Again, I like to go down the route of getting a mixing board and a microphone because I do podcasting, live streaming and additional voiceovers. So that fits my needs. However, if you just want a microphone to plug straight into your live stream and get good overall quality, you can see that position there of the mic. It looks very nice. It's like the old jazz kind of style mic. And it is made by Elgato. So if you're live streaming and you have the Elgato cards for HDMI capture cards, you'll be familiar with these. They are good options for you. Let me show you a quick manufacturer video just to see what they, because they always have nice B-roll, don't they? So Wave 3, crafted to capture vocals with precision. Premium condenser capsule, internal filter, pop filter, superior circuitry, 24-bit resolution, control interface on the actual mic. So you can actually mute it just like that. But again, I can do the same type of thing if I was doing a live stream today. I could easily just go onto my mixing board. So it's kind of depends what you're looking to do, really. ASMR seems to be the thing going on at the moment with that mic, because there's some additional stuff there. Gaming, it looks nice. It looks like you've got a mobile phone in front of you you're talking into, so it's quite big. So you have to keep that in mind. If you're looking for a mic, this mic is slightly different to the one I featured just before this one, because if you notice this, I've got it to one side, it's out of my way, but that one you would have to position in a way that it'd probably be like that, and you see less of your face. So if showing your face is important in your live stream and your gaming, you might not want to get that mic. However, they have its place. So do let me know if you're currently shopping and you're struggling with any of the specs on these. I can delve into it in more detail and give you a bit more information, but currently we are catering to the casual shopper on Amazon who's purchasing a microphone for their live streaming needs. There are a number of videos along here from our fellow creators on Amazon Live, and today we are live streaming to help you answer any of those questions. Let's have a look at some of the packaging. So you can see it comes nicely packaged there. There's a customer photo of it on the desk. And yeah, okay. You could achieve it with a more of a budget if you wanted to, but it depends what your quality is. Most of the time with this kind of thing, what will happen is a good quality mic, you can tell the difference. As soon as you hear hear good quality audio and you compare it to your previous audio, you'll know, oh wait a minute, that sounds quite good. So it's worth considering, that is. Anyway, going back to our Amazon store today, I think it's time I highlighted our next item because that mic has done quite well. People have liked that. So considering that, let's have a look at, what do you want me to look at next? I've done mics. Should we have a quick look at lighting? Let's do a quick touch on lighting, because if you're live streaming like I have here, let me show you my little top down setup. The light that powers my top down screen is the same light that is up here, right up there, and I'm going to feature that next in the carousel, so keep tuned and you will be able to see that coming up next. Right now I'm going to be showing you a few items which are LED lights. What you'll notice is a lot of RGB and gamers like to have fancy backgrounds with lights and a lot of pop going on. How do we achieve that? Basically, you pick up, which is currently sold out. So the day I've got an additional item, however, these are all items I checked about half an hour ago, because I've been live streaming now for about 20 minutes and they were all available. But it seems when people see them in the carousel being highlighted, they enjoy them and they actually purchase them. So let me bring up an additional option for you, which is also being sold out. Interesting. So those are RGB lights. I will find one for you that has not sold out. Let me get you one, because I think it's important. If you're shopping for these today and you're not able to find any, I'm going to show you some options right now. So I'm actually doing this as we speak. I'm finding you an option that will be available so you can purchase them, because if they've sold out and you're looking for one, I can give you some more in the carousel below, and that will get you looking at that product straight away. So let's return to my live stream on my little iPoop here, and we're going to move along and we're going to highlight some more lights for you, because it seems like today people are looking at LED lights. Fingers crossed this one is available, because I've just done the search right now. And beautiful, we have some lights for you. Let's do this bad boy. So we have a different brand. Most of these lights are manufactured in a certain way and they give you certain length. We have a long distance cable here, 65.6 feet long LED strip light. This can be used in different ways. You get a remote control and you get the powering unit for that. So you can see in these pictures here what it looks like, but let me show you a live example by taking you to my screen. So the LEDs behind me are all the way along that wall, maybe 12 feet, and then also 12 feet are this way. So that's already 24 feet. So if you get 65 feet, you can actually put a square around your room in two sections and then put it behind things and make it pop. So for example, I've got additional light there, which we talked about on the lighting segment of the Amazon live show. So again, looking at the next item here, we've seen this is available for you. It can be used and you normally have a sticky back on it as well. And you can use it in a number of ways. If you're doing any renovation in the house, you can also use it for under cabinet lighting and the such. You can see there, it gives you an idea of that. So there we've found you some items available to be able to shop today. That was a quick look at lights, but what we'll do is highlight actual lights that would be handy for you to have. Again, lighting is very important for video. You can see up here, there is one of my lights, which I'm highlighting next in the carousel for you. So let me open those up and we can show you those lights as well. They are a newer 2-panel bicolor 660 LED light. So there we go. That is exactly the ones I use. I have 3 of them set up at the moment in various positions to help make this live stream a bit more poppy. Currently unavailable because they are selling like hotcakes today. I've talked about those in the last 7 live streams, so I think people have liked those. Let's have a look at something else, shall we? Let's have a look at a camera. So camera wise, you don't have to have a fancy DSLR camera. This camera back here is a camcorder, which is very similar to the item that I'm featuring right now, which has also sold out. So beautiful. We are doing well today, aren't we, folks? Let's get yourself another camera, shall we? Because it looks like if you're enjoying those, you will be looking to have a camera, which is very important. So let me bring you up a different camera. Okay, won't be a second here. Talk amongst yourselves. We are live on Amazon today, bringing you purchases and advice on cameras to help you live stream and get the best from your existing setup. We've looked at a desktop computer and we've looked at a monitor. We've looked at a few additional things like microphones, lighting, and different types of lighting, LED lighting, and normal lighting that you can use to kind of light your main scene. So now I'm going to highlight another camera because the one we looked at and talked about over the last few days has done so well that everybody's picked them up. So excellent and great news. Let me just make sure we can show you another one that is available. And we are currently highlighting another item on the carousel in Amazon Live. If you look along the bottom, if you're covering a mobile device, you'll see a list of items we're talking about today here. If you're watching in replay, you'll see a carousel on the left hand side. So let me just bring you up another camera that we can look at. And I think because things are going so well today, we won't do a full hour show now. We will probably do a 45-minute show. So now I'm highlighting a Panasonic Full HD camcorder, which has been picked up and is from Panasonic, which is the same make as this camera right here that I'm using to give you the secondary view on my live stream in Amazon Live today. So let's quickly look at that one and show you what I would think about. So here we go. Full HD camcorder, touch enabled, 2.7 inch. The main thing we want to look at is, does it have a HDMI out? That is what will allow you to live stream. And there we go, we have a HDMI out there. Is the HDMI clean? Which is a very important question. We don't want menus appearing on there. So that's something we're going to look at in the specs of this camera. Let me bring you back to the screen and have a look. Again, if you're shopping today, there's only 15 left in stock. So already we have had a good level of interest on this camera for live streaming. But before we continue, you can see there's 15 left in stock. There's more on the way. So if you're currently watching this on replay, by the time you watch it, we'll have a lot more in stock for you. Currently looking down, let's check this out. What do we have? So we've got the normal bump. And you'll find camcorders do very well for live streams. They're designed to record for longer. So you'll get a good replay value. So image stabilization is built in. You'll have a nice lens in these. Normally they're Carl Zeiss, but let's have a look. Does this camera have a HDMI? Does it have a microphone jack? No. You don't need a microphone jack if you're live streaming, because we've already looked at a microphone which you can use additionally to that. What else have we got? So can the output 1080p 60 frames a second? Is capable of recording following resolutions. Okay, 1080p 60 frames a second. 24 megabits a second, bytes, bits, bytes. Okay, what's going on here? Think you're recording, you're not. Yeah, it depends what you're using it for. If you're using it for live streaming, you will live stream into your software, so you should be all right. If you're recording to an SD card, you may want to look at a different camera. So that's a quick look at a camcorder for you. I don't think we have answered the question if it has a clean HDMI, but I can answer that now for you by doing a quick little Google search and seeing if this model of camera has clean HDMI. I'm just doing a search for you now. Okay, customers and question answer have this clean or projected bigger screen. Does this have? Let's see what they say. Okay. Yes, you can clean HDMI. So that is excellent with that camera that we're looking at right now in the carousel. So that would be good for you to use as a live streaming camera. And again, they are selling like hotcakes, so keep your eyes on those. You don't need a fancy DSLR, like I said. This here, back here, secondary shot I've got is a camcorder, a Panasonic camcorder, older model than the one I'm showing you on screen right now, but it works as a live streaming camera. So that was a quick look at a few different things we looked at there. Let me just check on my Amazon store right now, as customers have questions, can pop in chat and you can ask me if you want to get a bit more information about that. I'm covering a wide range of information about the things we're covering today. So we've got those in the carousel. We've done the LED lights. We've done monitors. We've done desktop computers. We've done light in the sense of bigger lights. Now let's look at some capture cards. So this will roll on nicely after the camera. So you can't just use that camera and live stream straight away. You're going to need something in between to be able to use the HDMI signal. So right now in the carousel below on Amazon, we are featuring a USB cam link card. What that allows you to do is you can use your camcorder that we looked at a little while ago, which I'll open up for you now. So that camcorder, plug in a USB cable, a HDMI cable even, into that camera's HDMI port. Put the other end into the capture card and put the USB into your computer, and that will allow you to use programs such as Restream, OBS, Zoom, Teams, anything really. So you can use a camera as a webcam, a live streaming camera, like I'm doing right here, like I'm doing there, and back here on that camera there, secondary view. So all that allows you to do is use your camera, and you can see it's a sensible price. You're basically upgrading an old camera to be able to live stream for you nicely. So that's a cam link, and that will be available throughout. Those are selling quite well over the time that we've been working from home. Elgato have been having a lot of sales of those. They've been struggling with demand, but they have got enough in now, so you can pick that up to get you up to 60 frames a second in 1080p, which will be usable in most scenarios. So that was a quick look today at various items that you need to think about if you're thinking about live streaming, how you can do it. There are a number of videos on my YouTube channel, Zulf Photography, where I actually go step by step of setting up a camera with the HDMI capture card. So make sure to check that out once you purchased. And if you have any questions, you can drop them in chat here, or once you've got the items, you can come onto the YouTube channel and I can help you further there. Hoping this helped you today. I'll see you on the next Amazon live show, which is planned soon, and I'll have a list of items that will be on offer and promotion, so you'll actually get a discount on them. So watch out for that one, and if you're not following already, you can click the follow button on Amazon Live so you can see when my next live stream goes live. Thank you for joining me today, and I'll see you on the next live stream. Okay, whack. So that was Amazon Live, and how long did I go for? I did 31 minutes, not bad. That was a nice little short session for Amazon Live. Let me have a look at our secondary live stream. I did one on hyping Techeronios. So I think this will be a nice little addition to the Hyping Tech channel. Again, if you're interested in buying or making purchases, check out the link in the description, and I'll see you on the next live stream. I might just put it on Hyping Tech as a secondary channel. See you next time. Where's my end stream button?